As you know, back in April of 2018, Representative Paul Ryan, the current Speaker of the House of Representatives in the United States, announced that he would no longer run for re-election in the Wisconsin 1st District, which has posed a possibility of a first pickup for the Democrats, but that's not what we're talking about today. The race for Paul Ryan's seat as Speaker has started, and it's going to be pretty interesting to the candidates that we're going to talk about. So right now, of course, on the Republican side, we have the top leaders, Kevin McCarthy, the House Majority Leader, and House Majority Whip, Steve Scalise, who pretty much is famous now because of the whole shooting fiasco, and he is the only Southern member of Congress in the Republican side that holds a position of power in the House of Representatives. So, of course, there are representatives from the South on the Republican side, but he is the only one with a major position on the Republican side. So right now, it doesn't necessarily just come down to Republicans. Let's say the Democrats do take back the majority in the House of Representatives. It seems like the Democrat Nancy Pelosi or even my Congressman Steny Hoyer, who's the number 2 for Democrats in the House, could possibly run for the speakership. So when we look at this, right now, the Democrats are poised to take the United States House of Representatives. So it seems like it will either be Nancy Pelosi or someone who is a top Democratic official right now. The reason why I mentioned Steny Hoyer, he is my representative from the state of Maryland. He represents my district, the 5th district in the state of Maryland. So it's pretty interesting considering that someone so close to me could ultimately have our district be the face of the nation for the Democrats, which is pretty interesting. But yet again, this is a solid Democratic state, so it's something that really isn't unexpected. But right now, it seems like Nancy Pelosi and Steve Scalise are right now at the top rankings for replacing the Speaker, Paul Ryan. It's probably not going to be Kevin McCarthy, especially since Scalise really is known by a number of political figures. And right now, it seems like he would be the most notable figure if the Republicans were able to hold on to Congress. It would make the Republicans seem like they have a victim in power, someone who's been through a lot, someone who could represent the fighting Republican Party. It just makes everything seem better when you have someone who survives something that what he went through, and all of a sudden he rises to power, becomes Speaker, and not many people knew he was the House Majority Whip. Like, that was not really known. He was referred to as a representative. He was not referred to as a major person in power, yet he was. And House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, I understand he's the House Majority Leader, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to become the next Speaker, and the general public would not really rally behind him as they would someone like Steve Scalise. So when we're looking at a number of these articles, they repeat the same candidates, but not many mention Nancy Pelosi. And if we look at the Paul Ryan favorability rating, right now he's a 49% disapproval rating. So clearly, the Paul Ryan type Republican, the one that was with Mitt Romney, the ones that were, his approval rating got a little bit higher during 2012, but after that, it pretty much dipped down, and all of a sudden now he's very unpopular. So that's not good for Republicans, but when it comes in term for replacing him, it seems like either America's ready for a shakeup in the speakership, or they want a different type of Republican, and the Louisiana representative is there to take that spot. And right now, again, almost all the articles really say that Steve Scalise and let's see if we can go down here, and Kevin McCarthy are in play to become the next Speaker, but not many people focus on Nancy Pelosi, which is pretty crazy considering that the Democrats do have a real shot at taking back the House. If it had to be a Republican today, I would say Steve Scalise, but if it had to be a Democrat, I would say Nancy Pelosi. And my second pick for the Republicans are Kevin McCarthy, the current House Majority Leader, and for the Democrats, we have Steny Hoyer, who is my representative. So that was pretty interesting considering that Steny Hoyer, again, represents me. A lot of things. That's just pretty interesting because there are 435 districts, and I just happen to be in one of them with the top 2 Democrat in the House of Representatives, so that was pretty interesting. But right now, those were my predictions for the House of Representatives. Clearly, I do think a Democrat is going to take the place of Paul Ryan, regardless of who it is, because I do think the Democrats are going to take back the House in 2018, and with Paul Ryan out, no new Speaker elections that are probably going to tilt in the favor of the Democrats, especially if they take back a majority. But also, the Republicans are able to hold on to it. It narrows down to those 2 candidates that I mentioned. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I will see you all tomorrow.